Hey everybody, welcome to Freeway Films, where I talk about movies on the way to my real job. My job sucks. I'm your host Steve. On today's episode, The Avengers. So The Avengers is about Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, and two super spies getting together to make a super team to stop the extraterrestrial threat, Loki. Well, little did they know that Loki was the wielder of not one, but two Infinity Stones. And he brings about a glorious, but not lengthy, Battle of New York. Obviously, the Avengers win. I mean, aside from the obvious that all of the superheroes were on the screen at the same time in one adventure, I mean, aside from all that, it was the movie has a lot to offer. It's basically one giant setup, and it manages to satisfy all of the movies before it, but also builds the future of the MCU. And I think one of the benefits that the Avengers dealt with was the benefit of having the 5 movies before it. Because, I mean, just look at Loki, right? So if you only saw the Avengers, Loki is really not a great villain, right? I mean, he basically just shows up out of nowhere and spouts out some things about freedom, and we're expected to be like, yeah, I guess he really does want to control the Earth, I guess. But if you've seen Thor, you know that Loki, is his brother, and that they've had some turmoil there, and he was kind of sinister in that movie, made some decisions that were pretty questionable. And without seeing Thor, you wouldn't know all of the character buildup that happened in it, and Loki would be a two-dimensional villain. And the same thing is true with all of the Avengers. If you hadn't seen the movies before it, you wouldn't know how the character developed, and Joss Whedon really didn't have to spend any time developing the characters for you. The five movies before it, it's kind of like if you beat all the levels of Mario, and then Joss Whedon came in and beat the final castle. I mean, technically you beat Mario, but really it was Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon beat the game. Fun fact, Joss Whedon is better than you. I will say though, I do have an issue with the plot of this movie. Alright, so Thanos gives Loki the staff, this magical staff, which is actually an Infinity Stone that Thanos is trying to collect all of. Okay, cool. So Thanos gives him an Infinity Stone. He uses a minion to take over the Earth and get the Tesseract. Okay, that's cool. But what if Loki had succeeded? Was Loki supposed to keep the Mind Stone to rule Earth? Obviously not. Thanos wanted it all. So he's going to have to take the Tesseract and then this Mind Stone back and then leave Loki to rule the Earth? I don't think so. I think that is a giant plot hole, and obviously Thanos was planning on having Loki get the Tesseract, bring it back to him, and then kill Loki for the Mind Stone. He was never going to let Earth have the Tesseract or Loki have Earth. I mean, Thanos is an evil dude. So I saw this movie on my honeymoon, and much like my wife opened my eyes to happiness, so too did the Avengers open my eyes to the possibilities of true happiness. And if you didn't see the movie in theaters, you should probably regret it. It was a big deal. But it's never too late to catch up on the wonder that is the MCU. So you should rent, buy, or steal your way into seeing all of these movies. Especially now that the MCU Phase 3 is coming to a close here in the next, year, right? Because Avengers 4 comes out next year. Infinity War is, out now. So that's one to see as well. But it's never too late to catch up. The movies aren't going anywhere. You should watch them all. It's quite a binge-worthy experience. Anyways, The Avengers. Have you seen it? Did you love it? Do you think it's great? Do you think it's terrible? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please click subscribe and you'll get great new content every single week.